Good morning guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Yesterday I made up the pizza sauce, made a big quantity of it, so now I'm going to jar it up and preserve it. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. I'll bring you down so you can see. I've got my jars which are nice and clean, and get my canning funnel in. This sauce is cold, so it's going into the cold instant pot. And I'll talk to you about that in just a second. So ladle it into the jar. And I'm going to leave a ½ inch head space. Bring it right up. Yeah, that's a bit good. With each jar, I'm going to debubble. Very important you debubble. You don't want any air pockets in there, or your bacteria will find room to grow, which would not be good. You want to make everything safe for your family. I'm confident doing this, so I've been doing it not too long. Just get a piece of paper to clean the tops. I'm using 5% vinegar. Just clean around the top of the jars. Make sure there's no cracks. You'll feel them when you're actually cleaning this, if there's any cracks or anything. And just grab my lids. I'm actually using screw top lids today, just regular screw top. So we filled the jar. It's up to about half an inch head space. I've debubbled and I'm going to get this lid on. And with these screw lids, you have to actually press down really tight, as tight as you can get it. And set that one to the side. I'll show you the next step. I'll do another one on camera. I brought out 4 jars, but I think I might get maybe a 5th. And these size of jars is going to be quite enough for 2 pizzas. We have ½ inch head space again. So now I just debubble, go around the sides, go in the center, give it a bit of a stir. Make sure you debubble really, really well. Even though this is sloppy, it can get bubbles on the inner side, which would not be good. I've got a little bit too much in there, so I'm going to just take a little bit out. That's about right. And a clean bit of paper. Just dip in the vinegar and clean that top really, really well. You can see the sauce is coming off. We don't want to hinder the seal. Another clean bit and go right around the top. I want to give this another wee touch up just. There we go. And I've got my lid. Put my lid on and screw as tight as I can get it. And that's the second one done. I'm going to get the next couple of these canned up, and then I'll bring you back when I'm going to put them in my instant. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like. I've got 5 jars. There's actually a little bit more left, but I'm going to actually put that in a little container and freeze it. I wouldn't get any more in this instant pot, so I'm not going to run it for 1 can. So we'll just pop them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, I've just got a little trivet in the bottom. I don't want them touching the bottom of the pot or might break. I'll bring you over a little bit more so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Just take this lid out. Sorry guys. Now you can see in there where I have them in. Oops. And I'm going to put water to a third of the way up the side of the jars, just cold water. I'm going in. Another bit of water. There we go. That's about a third. It's actually virgin on almost halfway up, but it's absolutely fine. So now I've got my jars in, my water's in, my trivet's in the bottom. I put my lid on. Make sure the vent is set at its ceiling. Put my lid on. Oh, it doesn't want to go in. That's us. As you can see, we're on the last 2 minutes. It's counting down. I've had it on for 40 minutes. We're on the last minute now, so almost there, almost the full 40 process. It'll just be a little second. And then it'll close itself off. There we go. The timer's went off to let me know that the process time is up. Always remember to keep warm button off. On the top here, you see the little safety valve. You can see that. Just here, the little silver one. So I'm going to wait until that actually goes down, which means all the pressure has come out. It's going to naturally release out of my pressure or my Instant Pot, and I'll bring you back when that happens. So I've let this Instant Pot sit. You can see the little silver pressure button is fully down. I just toggle this a little bit to make sure there's no more steam coming out, and then we get the pleasure to open this. Fingers crossed. Always open it and lift the lid away from yourself, like so, because it's really, really hot in there. Let that steam get away. It's very, very hot. I'll just put this to the side. And I've got my jar lifters here. The bit I'm always excited about is lifting them out. There we go. Look at that. You want to put it onto a hot towel, or sorry, a dry towel. Don't put them straight onto a cold surface, or your jars are likely to get thermal shock. Isn't that beautiful? Just make sure you've got your lifter right underneath the rim. You don't want them slipping. They're very, very hot. Just take your time. Last thing you want is one of those to drop and the contents to come around you. It would be very, very hot. No nasty accidents. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, sorry. And number 5. There we go. 5 jars of pizza sauce, safely processed. And now I'll not touch these at all until they're completely cold. And the way I can tell whether these are sealed is when they're cooled down, I'll get a ruler put the ruler straight on top of this, and just in the center here there's like a decompression bit that pulls down. So a flat ruler, I'll see a little hole underneath the ruler of daylight, and that'll tell me that they're all sealed. Okay. Now, talking about this mincing pot, this is definitely not recommended by the USDA, probably not recommended by Instant Pot themselves, but I've done my research and I feel confident that the sauces and stuff I'm producing are fine for consumption. The Instant Pot works at 10.2 pounds per square inch up to 11.6, so I'm going to constantly toggle at that, and that gives me reassurance. If I'm using my big pressure canner, I would be using 10-pound weight, so this is basically working on the same principle. So as long as it's over 10, I'm completely confident. But if you're going to do this, you do it at your own discretion. Do what suits you, your kitchen, your rules. Okay, bye guys.